y'all, it's Harper Grace. Welcome to CRS.
Hey y'all, I'm Emily Ann, and welcome to CRS.
Hey everybody, I'm Preston Cooper, and welcome to CRS.
Hello. I love it when an intricate plan comes together on videos. I'm RJ from CRS. Hello. Hello, good to see you. On behalf of the CRB Board of Directors and the CRB staff, welcome to the greatest family reunion in the entire music industry. This is CRS 2026. And welcome to CRS Honors. The next hour is a celebration of country radio's bright future as we recognize 8 CRS Scholarship recipients. We'll honor radio's current excellence as we proudly partner with the Academy of Country Music and welcome MCA's Parker McCollum to unveil the 2026 ACM Radio Award winners. And we'll decorate 7 eminent radio broadcasters who've made significant contributions to the country, radio, and music industry, and whose body of work over a long career now distinguishes them as the newest members of the Country Radio Hall of Fame. And of course, we'll honor the ones we've lost since CRS 2025 and whom we miss terribly. But we're going to start by honoring America, as we always do. Please rise as we welcome Broken Bow recording artist Frank Ray for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Frank Ray. Wow. Thank you for that. So every year about this time, I'm asked by people in the trade magazine world, what does CRS offer that other industry gatherings don't? And of course, that's a loaded question because as you know, over 3 days, there's a lot to offer at CRS. But got to thinking about it, and over the years coming to CRS, for a lot of years, I won't say how many, 3 words come to mind: community, collaboration, and support. CRS has always fostered that environment and a culture that believes the genre, country music, is bigger than all of us. And we must do everything we can with everyone we know, not just to sustain it, but to expand it. From our inception 57 years ago, the CRS mantra has been growth through sharing. This is our North Star. CRS was created so that different industry segments, first radio and records way back in the day, and now the broader and ever-evolving music industry, would better understand each other and work together as much as possible for the collective success of all stakeholders, and most of all, the music that we love so much. Now, all of us are here together for 3 days, but it takes 365 days to plan this celebration. And CRS is not possible without the dedication of our staff and their determination to make your CRS experience positive and fulfilling and memorable. So I'm so honored to lead this team, and I want to introduce them to you now. We're proud to call them colleagues. Let me introduce them to you so you can now learn more about their work and their life away from CRS, as we believe firmly in work-life balance.
Hi, I'm Cherie Latham, and when I'm not managing agenda content,
I'm an unofficial Uber driver.
I'm Brooke Sanders-Gorley, and when I'm not handling your CRS partnerships, I'm hanging out with these angel girls. Hi, I'm Chastity Crouch, and when I'm not taking your money, I'm cheering on our Nashville Preds. Let's go, Preds!
My name is Ashley Burke, and when I'm not handling your registration, I'm trying to enjoy a hot cup of coffee.
I'm Heather Martin, and when I'm not wrangling talent at CRS,
I'm here at the airport traveling to my next gig.
my name is Kelly Yates, and when I'm not behind the scenes producing, I'm here on the family farm with these guys.
My name's Lisa Hendon, and when I'm not directing your Legends panels,
I'm catching up on sleep. Duh.
I'm CRB Executive Director RJ Curtis, and when I'm not in here peddling CRS,
I'm out here pedaling.
all right. Perhaps their greatest asset is putting up with ideas like that and actually doing them. So this is our team. That's what they look like in real life. And couldn't do this without them. So I wanted you to see their faces so that you could recognize them and say hello and thank you for all the great work that they do. Before we continue, I have a few housekeeping items that we think will make your CRS experience better in 2026. First, be sure to download the CRS 2026 app if you haven't done so already. This is your roadmap to a great week. Every panel, every music event, news, a site map. It's literally all at your fingertips and in your hands. There are QR codes throughout the Broadway hallway for both iPhone and Android users. Next, this year, we're using note-taking software to provide you with a thorough, summarized recap of every session at CRS 26, available within minutes of the conclusion of that session. To view all sessions, go to the CRS app, click on the News, FAQ, and Takeaways tab. Click on Takeaways. In the right corner, see the notes from every session. And also new this year, in past years, 30 sales ideas in 30 minutes was an in-person session at CRS. And this year we decided to make this session fully digital and give it its own Instagram account. So check that out. It's at CRS 30 in 30. Enjoy the week. Be sure to pace yourself, hydrate, and by that I mean hydrate with water as much as you can and get enough sleep, okay? And now to take you through the rest of CRS Honors, please welcome CRB Board President and Town Square Media Senior Vice President of Programming, Kurt Johnson.
Yeah, let's do it. Hello. Welcome to CRS 2026. We have had a big day so far. How about that Warner Music luncheon? Warner Records luncheon. Man, gets better every year. Thank you for joining us. We have had a blast spending the last year putting together CRS, and we sincerely hope that you enjoy it for the rest of the week. We've got quite a variety of panels and learning opportunities for you this week, and right now let's take a look at some of what is in store.
Hey guys, happy CRS week. It is Brittany Johnson, member of the Agenda Committee, and I also lead our DMS team. You've already got to experience one amazing Cycle of a Song panel with Josh Ross. I'm so excited we were able to bring that back. Be sure to stay tuned and check out the agenda. We have two more great Cycle of a Song panels coming, one with Chase Matthew and the other with Co Wetzel. So make sure to add that on the app to your schedule. And we also have 4 other great DMS panels that our team has put together. So make sure to check it out, and happy CRS week.
Hey everybody, it's Clay Honeycutt, co-chair of the CRS Research Committee. Welcome to CRS, and we hope you're having a great time. This year, we've got not 1, not 2, but 3 research projects being presented. It's all the data you'll need to go back and make your businesses better. You've already seen the teen study from the CMA. Tomorrow, we've got coming up for you a perceptual study with SRS that will blow your mind. And then on Friday, of course, our partners at New Voodoo are going to deliver a brand new O&T for you to sort your music and see what their true hits are. So please make sure that you download the CRS app, Make sure that you look at all the agenda items and mark those research projects on your calendar. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
Tomorrow, 10:30, Legends DG, the Disruptors panel. Travis Daly, John Loba, Brian Michael, and Greg Swedberg. 4 of the format's most outspoken executives. Put them in a phone booth, throw in a feral cat, and slam the door. What could go wrong? I'm Chuck Ailey with Country Air Check, and I'll be moderating, or maybe duck and covering, tomorrow, 10:30, in Legends DG.
CRS. Oh, it's so good to see you. My name's Gator. I'm with the Big 98 and iHeart Country. And if there's a moment coming up I want to be sure you do not miss. It's Thursday at 11 a.m. It's Thursday, March 19th, in case you've already forgotten what today is. The moment, good question. 4 Grammys, 15 ACMs, 13 CMAs, and he once helped me feed a beer to a goat. Keith Urban is going to sit down for a conversation. It's the power of music and a mission together, presented by St. Jude. So again, Thursday at 11 a.m. Don't miss this moment. It's going to be one of those CRS can't miss moments. And by the way, for all the CRS moments, make sure you download the CRS 2026 app. That's your roadmap to all things CRS, and have a great CRS week. We're so glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Scott Lindy. This just in. Higher productivity at work and more time to be creative reach a 100% approval rating. That's why I'll be joining Clay Honeycutt and Managing Director at Dale Carnegie, Alan Walker, for a session at CRS we call It's Not the Size of Your Staff, It's How You Use It. Join us Friday morning at 11, Legends Ballroom D through G. And don't forget to download the CRS 2026 app. It's free.
Hey y'all, it's Lois Sessions Barker, APD, MD, and afternoon drive host at KKBQ in Houston, Texas. And we are gearing up for an exciting few days celebrating country radio at CRS. This is my first year on the agenda team, and I want to invite you to join the panel I am co-leading with Jimmy Steele of Collective Heads on Friday, March 20th at 2 p.m. titled Creative Talent, Why Playing It Safe is the Death of Your Radio Career. Yeah. We're gonna get a little spicy, okay? This one is all about talent, how to recognize it, develop and encourage it, and most importantly, protect it. Really stoked on our moderator and panelists for this one. I think you're really gonna love it. So lock us in for Friday. You can do that right now on the new CRS app. Download that if you haven't already.
Right. How about it? As you can see, it's going to be an incredibly educational week. But as some of you learned last night at the bar, we like to have some fun too, right? I saw some of you this morning. We have amazing artist interviews, and you heard about a few of those on there. Tomorrow, there's an exclusive conversation between Ella Langley and Joe D. Messina right here, and you do not want to miss that. Great friend of CRS, Jelly Roll, is going to be with us on Friday as the recipient of the 2026 Artist Humanitarian Award. Talk about a deserving recipient. He's going to tell us about his latest endeavor, which is extremely important to him. And that doesn't even include all the special CRS performances by some of the country's hottest artists, including some big surprises that are coming to you tomorrow night. Before we go any further, our friends at ACM partnered with us to announce the radio winners for their awards before their 61st annual ACM Awards show. And to do that, please welcome 3-time ACM Award winner, Parker McCollum.
Yeah, man. Come on. Let me see that golf swing. Let's do it. Come on. Let's go. His is going right. Yeah. What's up, guys? A little stiff in here, huh? Loosen it up a little bit. Thanks for having me. I'm honored to read this teleprompter. It's an honor. I'm being serious. It's not facetious. Super excited to be up here talking to so many of my friends out in the audience. Great to see some familiar faces. Country radio holds such a special place in my heart. Without all of you guys and gals, I would not have the career that I have. Please make it bigger and better. Thank you. So thanks for keeping the tunes going and spreading the music to fans across the country. If you are a winner here at the 61st, please stand as I call out the names. Now, we can get to the good stuff. I thought that was pretty good. That was the good stuff. The 61st ACM Radio Awards winners. And the winner for On-Air Personality of the Year, don't give me a drum roll, how dare you, Major market is Chris Carr and Company, Minneapolis, Minnesota. On-air personality of the year, large market, Heather Froglier, Riverside, California. I believe you're supposed to go stage right. I was supposed to say that. Stage right, house right. Somebody said it wrong back there. On-air personality of the year, medium market, Mo and Stickman, Chattanooga. On-air personality of the year, small market, The Eddie Fox Show, Asheville, North Carolina. Greenbow, Alabama. Radio station of the year, major market, KSCS, Dallas, Texas. Shout out, Texas. Radio station of the year, large market, WUBE, Cincinnati, Ohio. Radio station of the year, medium market, WLFP, Memphis, Tennessee. Radio station of the year, small market, WYCT, Pensacola, Florida. All right, let's hear it one more time for all of these winners. Only thing y'all are lacking is enthusiasm. Winners, please make your way to the right of the stage to be taken backstage for a photo. Also, National Daily On-Air Personality of the Year and National Weekly Personality of the Year. Winners will be announced on Friday during the CRS New Faces Dinner. Thank you so much. Boom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Parker. One more time. Let's give it up for Parker. How about great? How great is that? Hanging out with Parker Wednesday afternoon. Congrats to all those winners. Here at CRS, education is at the heart of what we do and what we offer every year. And every year we offer scholarships for new CRS attendees. And here to introduce our scholarship winners for CRS 2026 is Vice President and Scholarship Committee Chair John Shambi.
How's everybody doing? You all right? It's like drinking from a fire hose for some of you, just to prepare for yourself to that. Okay, as scholarship chairman of the Country Radio Broadcasters, let me first introduce a brand new scholarship, and I want the person who's behind it to come up and present it and describe it. To present the first Hot Mic Scholarship is former syndicated radio personality and Country Radio Hall of Famer Whitney Allen.
Hi, y'all. Wow, I haven't been in front of a mic for 3 months. This is insane. We created the Hot Mic Scholarship because a lot of people at radio stations might have been part-timers, fill-in, weekends, or full-time, and there was just nothing in the budget for you to go because your GM was going, nothing against y'all, or your music director, your program director, your OM was going, and they would come back and they would tell you their memories of the artist, of the music, of the people. And those memories were really blurry. So you would get a slight idea of what it was actually like to be at CRS, but you don't know what it's like to be at CRS until you've been to CRS. Before I retired, I worked top 40, I worked AC, I worked rock, and of course I worked country. And in no other format is there anything like CRS. So we wanted to give someone an opportunity to see it for the first time. We took applications, we had essays, and we also, since we wanted the focus to be on someone who was actually on the air, who was going to talk about the music, talk about the artist, we also wanted a 3-minute air check. And it was so great to see who was really motivated because our winners came in, it was a preliminary check, our winners came in at 259.99. So you may know her if you've been to Salt Lake City, Utah. You may have known her as Monica till midnight. Now, Monica in the afternoon, please welcome to CRS our very first Whitney Allen Hot Mic Scholarship winner, Monica McLaughlin. Please stand up and invite her to things because she's so great and she'll say good things about you. Thank you so much, CRS. Great to see you again, and congratulations, Monica. Thank you, John.
Thank you. Thanks, Whitney. All right, now to present the Mentoring and Inspiring Women Scholarship, here is Ms. Lowe Sessions Barker, APD MD, and host of The Lowe Show at KKBQ 93Q, Houston, Texas.
Hey guys, how we feeling? We good? Still a little drunk from last night? Okay, cool, awesome. It is my honor to be up here to highlight this fantastic organization, Mentoring and Inspiring Women in Radio. Just a brief backstory, in 1999, Radio Inc. published its very first list of the 20 most influential women in radio. There had never been a list like this before. Instead of resting on their laurels, 13 of the original 20 gathered in New York City one weekend, and by Monday, the beginning of the Mentoring and Inspiring Women group was born. The core group started with an annual gender study organizing M Street Publications data that for the first time demonstrated to the radio industry how women were faring, or not, in executive positions on and off air in major radio groups. From there, the core group decided that they needed to help more women move into executive positions, and the first mentorship program was born. Fast forward a few years, due in part to the support and encouragement of the CRB's past executive director, Bill Main, in April of 2021, the MIWs announced our new IRS designation as a 501c3, officially changing our name to Mentoring and Inspiring Women in Radio, Inc. The MIWs have created multiple paths of mentorship and recognition for women across our industry, from management and programming to on-air talent like myself, most recently engineering. We also host our annual Lipstick and Lobster networking dinner during the NAB show and radio show each spring, which you can find more information on that at radiomiw.com. I can personally speak to the power of this organization and the mentorship. As a mentee, I had the opportunity to learn from so many women who had already walked the path I hoped to take. Their guidance, encouragement, and willingness to share real-world insight helped shape my perspective and my confidence as a leader. That mentorship played a meaningful role in helping me grow into my current role, and it's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about paying it forward and supporting the next generation of women in radio. Before we honor our 2025-2026 mentee, I'm also pleased to share some exciting news. The MIWs have officially renewed our partnership with the CRB for another 3 years. This continued collaboration allows us to keep fostering new leaders within the country format, creating opportunities for mentorship, development, and recognition for the incredible women shaping the future of country radio. Now, if you would please help me in honoring this year's mentee, Jessica Chenoweth. Where are you, girl? Where's she at? Stand up, get your flowers. She is the executive producer of the John and Tammy Show at KSON in San Diego, and in the past month, added music director to her title. Jessica spent the past year with MIW mentor and board member Becky Brenner. Her goal is to continue to grow in programming country radio. So congrats again, Jessica, we're so proud of you. MIW values our partnership with CRS. That is why I would like to announce that the application process is now open for the 2026-2027 CRS MIW mentee. This is a one-year program that provides a one-on-one mentorship for one woman currently in country radio who is interested in growing their leadership and management positions in country radio. The applicant must be in the business for at least 5 years and currently employed at a full-time country radio station in the US. Applications will be accepted through April 17th, 2026, and you can apply at radiomiw.com. Thanks, y'all.
Okay, how many of you remember Rusty Walker? Well, the Rusty Walker Scholarship Program honors our former CRS board member who is a Country Radio Hall of Fame inductee, an influential programmer and consultant, and mentor in the music industry. Scholarship program was developed to continue his legacy of supporting bright young minds in the business after his passing in 2012. So let me introduce our 3 Rusty Walker winners. Stand when I say your name. Hold your applause till all of them stand up. First, Presley Bearden, on-air talent, social media manager, iHeart Fayetteville, Arkansas. This is a program director up here asking you to take directions. Whew, man, it never ends. Carly Duggan, morning show producer, WIVK, Knoxville, Tennessee. Aaron Miramonte, on-air personality, producer on the Jesse James Morning Show, WKDF Nashville, 1033 Country. Our Rusty Walker Scholarship winners. And another question, how many remember Lisa McKay? The Lisa McKay Women in Radio Scholarship Program is in its 4th year and honors the late Lisa McKay, who successfully programmed WQDR 94.7 FM in Raleigh for 16 years and was inducted into the Country Radio Hall of Fame back in 2018. This scholarship helps advance younger females pursuing leadership roles in radio programming. Let's hold your applause till you hear all 3 of them, but ladies, stand up as soon as I say your name. Ella Martinez, board operator, on-air personality, and audio production assistant, KNBT, KNGB, Radio, New Braunfels, Texas, and I say and, a student at Texas State University, where she will graduate later this spring. Okay, I know you wanted to applaud, I could hear it. Dixie Roberts, program director, Morning Drive co-host, WTVY, Dothan, Alabama. Ashton Williams, production manager, program director, and host, DJ Afternoon Drive, WDWG 96.5. Do I have that right? No, it's 98.5. The Big Dog, Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Your Lisa McKay Women in Radio Scholarship Program. Before I leave the stage, I have one thing to say. Ladies, are you getting the message? Okay? This has become a business for both men and women, and this year proves it. Thank you very much.
Big congrats to all our scholarship winners. It means a lot to us to be able to recognize great talent, present and future. And we certainly hope you guys enjoy your week with us. We got a lot planned for you. Now, every year we pause and reflect and remember those that our country music family has lost over the past years. And to honor their memory, please join me in welcoming Hardy.
Can't believe that you got me in a suit and tie. I had to take a pull so I wouldn't cry. You got a line out the church door saying goodbye. Yeah, I believe them when they say you're in a better place. You had a wild side, but you had amazing grace. I know you're way off up in them clouds, but if you could still hear me right now, I hope you hit those gold streets on 2 wheels. Hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make them wonder how you got in. How'd you beer, how'd you clear from the man upstairs? Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I bet you're looking for a crew like we had. Bunch of noise-making boys that like to live fast. Burning rubber in a parking lot. Man, I don't know if the other side's ready or not, but I hope you hit those gold streets on 2 wheels. Hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud and some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make 'em wonder how you got in. How'd you beer, how'd you clear from the man upstairs? Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. I was there when you raised your hand. Heads bowed, singing just as I am. Walking that out, praying that prayer, man, it ain't right, but if you gotta be there, I hope you hit those gold streets on 2 wheels. Hope your mansion in the sky's got a 10-acre field with some mud, some hubs you can lock in. Make some thunder, make 'em wonder how you got in. How'd you beer, how'd you clear from the man upstairs? Crank it loud, hold it down till I get there. And when I do, I hope you got some new stories to tell. Till then, give heaven some hell. Oh, oh, till then, give heaven some hell.
Thank you very much.
How about that? How about that? What a great tribute. Thank you, Hardy. The CRS Honor has the privilege to announce the new inductees into the Country Radio Hall of Fame at this event every year, so you're in for a treat. Please welcome the co-chairs of the Country Radio Hall of Fame Committee, Tim Roberts and Joel Rabb.
Gentlemen,
Well, you're in for a treat. In order to get into the Country Radio Hall of Fame, you have to have been in country radio for 15 years and radio in general for 20, right? And you have to have made your own mark on the art form as well as radio, a unique contribution.
It truly is an incredible honor. It's a careful process, and I think our committee does a tremendous job. And I'm super proud of all the classes that are already in. And of course, today we're here to announce a new one. But what does it really mean to be in the Country Radio Hall of Fame? I think you're going to find out.
To be in the Country Radio Hall of Fame is the ultimate honor for me. I still pinch myself. I can't believe it because, you know, it's always in the back of your mind, like, I don't know, am I good enough? Has anyone noticed? I've worked so hard. And then you get the call and it's like, yes, you're in.
Being in the Country Hall of Fame just means the absolute world to me. It's still surreal in that so many of the people that I worked with or that I idolized on the radio side of the business, they're in there.
It's like the ultimate honor. You do something for your job, and to be honored by somebody who seems to think that what I've done is worth it, it's so fulfilling. It can't help but make you feel incredible.
It is pretty sweet to be part of a really small group of broadcasters that we all looked up to growing up, and now we're one of them, and it's humbling, like he said.
You know, people bring it up. They'll come up and say, "Hey, what's going on, Hall of Famer?" And it's like it's interesting because it's validation bestowed upon us by our peers.
It's validation, I think, that your work meant something to someone other than yourself.
I will never forget that call for the rest of my life. Lon gave me a call and he told me, and I was like, what? Is this a joke? Like, it literally took me a few seconds to just let it sink in. It was, no one ever surprised me like that before in my life.
Apart from being set up by my friends, which was, I hate surprise parties. I will go to great lengths to prevent being surprised.
Well, it was a shock. It was a complete and total surprise. The hoodwinking and the setup and the lead up to all that, I thought was brilliant, and I also think is key to anyone who's going to get the news. It was one of the few moments in my career or in my life that I was absolutely speechless.
I am very rarely at a loss for words, but was definitely trying to find my words to complete a sentence when he told me that. So it is a moment that I will always cherish and always remember of where were you when, and just such a great moment in my life.
It was the biggest night of my life, and I'm eternally grateful to the CRB for bestowing this honor on me.
I would say the best thing is the 10% discount at Waffle House. That is nice. I didn't know that this came. We got plaques and smothered and covered discount cheesy grits.
So there you see what it means. And to get us underway to announce this year's class, we have 3 Hall of Famers: Trish Biondo, Mike Moore, and Greg Swedberg.
I get to go first. A year ago, I was sitting out there, and it was pretty damn cool. This is even better. I get to introduce the first personality going in, who has been my friend and has tortured me for 24 years. He's made more than $25 million for St. Jude kids over the years. He's won the ACM, well, this says 3 times, but it turns out today it's 4. He's twice Twin Cities Personality of the Year, 6 times CMA winner, and he's my friend. The newest inductee to the Country Radio Hall of Fame, Chris Carr.
And our next on-air inductee may be one of the most ubiquitous voices in all of country radio. While his home base is mornings on WPOC Baltimore, he doubles as the midday personality on WMZQ Washington, D.C. He hosts both daily shows live in the 2 cities 50 miles apart, commuting to both facilities daily. He has handled numerous shifts on both Point to Point and custom hosts on iHeart Country stations nationwide, and is currently the host of Middays on the iHeart Favorites Country channel. He's been making a difference in radio in the communities he serves since 1979, with stops including afternoons at W4 in Detroit, along with experience in CHR, AC, and AOR. This 9-time CMA ACM On-Air Personality of the Year nominee is most proud for his work for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and his work supporting our military and veterans. He's known as being on the air everywhere, and now he'll be in the Country Radio Hall of Fame. Welcome the newest member of the Country Radio Hall of Fame, Michael J. Our final inductee in the on-air category boasts more than 50 years in country radio. While he enters the Country Radio Hall of Fame in the on-air category, his contributions to country radio and country music are just as significant in the radio category, with massive success in MD, programming, and general manager roles. He helped launch the now legendary KYGO Denver in 1980, hosting the morning show, and eventually added MD and PD responsibilities as well. For the past 40 years, he's hosted his own iconic Country Classics weekend syndicated show. Get to that in 1 second. He's been honored by the industry for each of his many roles: favorite Denver radio personality, Radio Inc.'s Large Market General Manager of the Year, and the Marconi Large Market Station of the Year. He served as the Senior Vice President, GM at Lincoln Financial Media, as well as several other stations. So The country show that he hosts, the syndicated show featuring country music's greatest legends. I had to save that so I didn't give it away. It's Rick Jackson's Country Classics. Join us in congratulating a classic in his own right and now the newest member of the Country Radio Hall of Fame, the legendary Rick Jackson. Let's give a big round of applause for our Country Radio Hall of Fame on-air inductees. And now we're going to segue to our 2026 Classic Country Radio Hall of Fame inductees in the radio category. Our first inductee in the radio category is celebrating 30 years in country radio, with 22 of them at Chicago's legendary WUSN. She began her career at WNCY FM in Green Bay and WDEZ in Wausau, and although her career encompasses both on-air and programming, today we focus on programming. Highlights include being twice named the R&R Music Director of the Year, CRB Country Air Tech twice named her Major Market PD of the Year, and Major Market Music Director of the Year a record 7 times. She's been honored as one of Radio Inc.'s top PDs in country radio 5 times, and named Barrett Media's #1 country programmer of the year just last year. She has a heart for country music and for helping people, and she knew she wanted to be in country radio the moment she saw the country radio station she loved growing up and now manages doing their St. Jude Radiothon. Went on in her tenure to help raise over $30 million for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and served a decade on the St. Jude Country for Cares for Kids Advisory Board. Currently the PD of WUSN and KMNB and the regional brand manager, Central for Odyssey, clearly knows how to pick this. In a fun side note, she's been doing it since kindergarten. Her kindergarten teacher actually kicked her out of the class on song day for choosing to sing Barbara Mandrell's Sleeping Single in a Double Bed. Well, today we welcome her into the 2026 class of the Country Radio Hall of Fame as the youngest member. Please join us in congratulating the newest member of the Country Radio Hall of Fame, the dynamic powerhouse, Marcy Brown. All right, with the rest of the inductees, Mike Moore. Come on up, finish.
I don't know how you follow that. Wow. LT, you were the loudest. The next inductee has had a significant influence on country radio in virtually every market size with various broadcast companies during a 50-year career, excelling in on-air duties, programming roles, corporate programming responsibilities, consulting duties for numerous radio properties. Notable stops include as a PD at KSSN in Little Rock, Senior VP Client Responsibilities at Rusty Walker Programming, and EVP of Country Brand Manager for Clear Channel. As a consultant alone, he's been involved with legendary call letters such as WUSN Chicago, CASE in Austin, KTST Oklahoma City, and KAJA in San Antonio, just to name a few. Please welcome the newest member of the Country Radio Hall of Fame, Phil Hunt. The next inductee has significantly impacted country radio and country music for more than 3 decades, with rating success in all market sizes. He spent 17 years as the RVP for iHeart's Carolina radio markets, including WESC, WKKT, WTQR, and WKSF. Additional stops included operations manager for Hubbard at WIRK in West Palm Beach, and programming positions at WCHY Savannah and WHKW in Louisville. He's recognized as part of Radio Inc.'s top country programmers 17 times. And while directing multiple Stations of the Year nominations in every market size, he has shaped CRS as a member of the Agenda Committee for 15 of the last 25 years.
He is currently serving his second term of duty as the VP of Programming for Odyssey Houston with direct oversight of KILT-FM. My friend and newest member of the Country Radio Hall of Fame is Bruce Logan. And now for our final radio category inductee is a 51-year vet whose experience and depth of knowledge has significantly impacted 3 primary platforms delivering country music to the world: terrestrial radio, satellite radio, and digital radio. He started at the station level with rating success and national prominence at KSON, KKAT, KWNR, KFMS, KRPM, KSSN, and WSAI. His diverse career includes 6 years as Sirius XM's head of country programming, and most recently, he was the global head of programming at Spotify. This inductee has been deeply involved in serving the country radio and music industries with ACM and CMA board director positions, and is recognized with the CMA's Joe Walker Medler International Award in 2018. Please join me in congratulating the newest member of the Country Radio Hall of Fame, John Marks. Do I turn it back over to the Joel and Tim show? Okay, perfect.
Let's hear it for our new inductees as a group. It's a great class. We should all be proud. Okay, thank you. Kurt? Here's Kurt Johnson.
All right, thank you, Joel. Thank you, Joel and Tim, Mike, Greg, everybody for helping us out there. And one more time, let's clap them off the stage here. Fantastic. Congrats. All around, man. Fantastic. Congrats. All right. There's another CRS Honors for you. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. It's always a wonderful event, and this is right up there with some of the best. So thank you for coming. Have a great week at CRS. See you in the hallways.